let's go to another anatomy of the Spirit that is also found in the Ark of the Covenant. Exodus chapter 28, verse 30.
And you shall put in the breastplate of judgment the Urim and the Thummim.
The what?
The Urim and the Thummim.
The Urim
and the Thummim.
Okay, let's finish that, then I will explain to you something here.
And they shall be over Aaron's heart.
They shall be what?
Over Aaron's heart.
The Urim and the Thummim shall be what?
Over Aaron's. Over Aaron's heart. When he goes in before the Lord. So Aaron shall bear the judgment of the children of Israel over his heart before the Lord continually.
Now, there's something I want to explain to you here. This speaks of the garment of the priest. Yes. And out of the attire of the garment of the priest, there was an ephod. That ephod had on it a breastplate designed from different types of jewels. And then inside the breastplate was placed another item called the Urim and Thummim. And the Urim and Thummim was supposed to be placed on the heart. Now, read Numbers chapter 27 from verse 18 to 21.
And the Lord said to Moses, take Joshua, the son of Nun, with you, a man in whom is the Spirit, and lay your hand on him. Set him before Eleazar the priest and before all the congregation, and inaugurate him in their sight. And you shall give some of your authority to him.
You shall give
some of your authority to him, that all the congregation of the children of Israel may be obedient. He shall stand before Eleazar the priest.
He shall stand before Eleazar the priest.
Who shall inquire?
Who shall do what?
Inquire before the Lord for him by the judgment.
By the judgment
of the Urim.
Of the Urim.
At his word they shall go out, and at his word they shall come in. He and all the children of Israel with him.
Now, let me help you to understand something here. The Urim and Thummim was made out of jewels. And when it says the judgment of the Urim, and Eleazar the priest would inquire of the Lord, what would happen was, if the answer was yes, that Urim and Thummim would light up. The jewels would shine. And from the glittering or the lighting up of the Urim and Thummim made of jewels, they would know that the answer is yes concerning what we're inquiring. But if the Urim and Thummim did not light up, then they would know that we don't have permission over this inquiry. But I want you to see something here. That the Urim and Thummim was found in the breastplate. And the priest was supposed to wear it over his heart. Which means even in the absence of the spirit person being alive, it was still God's intention for him to speak from the spirit person of mankind. In the absence of the spirit being alive, yet the Urim and Thummim was supposed to be placed over the heart. And people fail to discern when God is speaking through the heart. And that's why you have people saying, I just had this feeling, but I wasn't so sure. Yet the Thummim and Urim was supposed to be placed over the heart of the priest. And Joshua, as he's inquiring from the priest Eliezer, the Urim was supposed to be over the heart of Eliezer. And if it was a yes, it would light. But from where? From the heart. First Samuel chapter 28 verse 6.
And when Samuel inquired of the Lord...
When who?
Saul.
Okay, Saul.
And when Saul inquired of the Lord, the Lord did not answer him either by dreams...
Either by?
Dreams. Or by Urim.
Or by?
Urim.
Or?
By Urim.
Or?
By the prophet.
By the prophets. So look at this. When Saul was inquiring of the Lord did not answer him. Whether by dreams, or by Urim, or by
the prophets.
Which means what the Lord would have said through a prophet was what he was also going to say through the Urim.
Yes.
And the Lord did not answer him. So that was, the Urim was one of the ways that the Lord would answer. Would be one of the ways that the Lord would speak through the Urim. And where was the Urim? The Urim was supposed to be placed over the heart. Those who were led by the Spirit. There was a time where David comes from battle and they come to his hometown and they find that their village has been destroyed. I think it's 1 Samuel chapter 30. And their wives have been taken. And even the people who were with him wanted to kill him.
Yes.
And then David instructed the priest to bring him the ephod. And he inquired of the Lord, but the ephod was there. He asked the priest to bring the ephod. Now, remember, when I describe the garment of the priest, I don't have time to get into detail, but the ephod was the overall apron. You can call it like an apron. But on top of that ephod was the breastplate, sewn onto the ephod, made of jewels. But now inside the breastplate was now the Urim and Thummim. Listen to me. The ephod represented the body. The breastplate represented the soul. And the Urim and Thummim inside the breastplate represented the spirit. And so when God would say yes, the Urim would light up. You're not hearing me. The ephod represented the physical person, the body. The breastplate represented the soul. And the Urim and Thummim represented the spirit. And so it wasn't the breastplate that would light up, but the Urim. And the ephod was brought to him, and he inquired of the Lord. If you read that, you'll find, and the Lord answered.
Yes.
He said, please bring the ephod. What did he say?
1 Samuel chapter 30 and verse 7. Then David said to Abiathar, the priest, Ahimelech's son, please bring the ephod here to me. And Abiathar brought the ephod to David. So David inquired of the Lord.
David inquired of what?
The Lord.
Of?
The Lord, saying, shall I pursue this troop? Shall I overtake them? And he answered him.
And he
answered him, pursue, for you shall surely overtake them.
Look at, he answered him, but he answered him in the presence of the ephod. There was no prophet There was no prophet available for David to inquire, but the effort was there. I believe I'm talking to people who won't always need to have to hear a word from a prophet. I'm not eliminating or undermining the presence and the position of a prophet in your life. No, it is there. But it is not everything that a prophet must tell you. You only need to look for the things that the Lord has not told you. You need to discern the things that are never going to be spoken to me. That's what you need to discern. That's a lesson for another day. But each one of you watching this and listening to me, as this knowledge enters, as you get this understanding, there is an empowerment. There is a renewal, a revival, a re-energizing, a reactivation of the responsibility of your spirit person. As you get to understand this, the spirit person is taking its place. The spirit person is taking their place. So look at this. Remember, the high priest could only enter once per year, which means they would have been in trouble if they need to inquire from the Lord and they've just come from the Holy of Holies. Where are you going to hear God speak again? You have to wait for a whole year.
Yeah.
And priests were supposed to give direction to the people. Yes. Not just intercede for the people, but give direction to the people. Remember, you're seeing the priest taking the responsibility of communicating what God is saying. Even though there was a prophet, but God would tell the prophet, and then the prophet would tell the priest, tell Aaron. Tell Aaron. So the priest had the responsibility of communicating to the people. So in the absence of him not being in the Holy of Holies, because it is in the Holy of Holies where God says, there I will meet with you and speak with you. But you're seeing something, that God also had another solution outside that one-time opportunity, as long as you had the effort. I may not speak in you, but it's a sign of my desire to speak from within you. That is in the Old Testament. And so they had to look at the Urim and Thummim over their hearts. As it would light up, then they would know it's a yes. It is possible, Pastor, to detect the voice of God through your emotions. So, what was found in the Ark of the Covenant? The rod of Aaron that did what? You have to say that. You can't just say it wasn't just the rod of Aaron. No. Because if you just say the rod of Aaron, what makes it different from other rods? But it was the rod of Aaron that budded. Leadership was given to your spirit. God designed us so that He can talk from within us, lead from within us, and guide from within us. And remember now, as God speaks, He doesn't speak to your mind, He speaks to your spirit.